was a teacher at the Governor's School for the Arts and a freelance photographer.
I was working at various art-based businesses as well as a contractor.
I was working as an assistant professor of painting.
I had some work I was doing for Flick It Fridays.
I was a professional dancer and choreographer.
I was preparing a great thing called Doodle Fest.
All of my jobs stopped. I felt like I lost my identity because everything that I had going on wasn't going on anymore.
At first, I thought that this is being made too much of. This can't be a thing, denial.
I was hoping that as bad as it started, that we were going to come out of it fast. But I was like, it's not going to happen. I'm probably not going to work for a long time.
I went into safe mode, like turn down and try to be helpful. And that's not to judge anyone who was like super productive in their studios. I wish I could have done that. I just couldn't get in the right frame of mind. I'm a big worrywart. I'm Italian. I think I'm dying all the time.
We had been planning a really big Doodle Fest. We were excited about it. And when COVID hit in March, it was like, there's no way we're gonna get this done. So we basically postponed it into the fall.
I was supposed to do a shoot in March in North Carolina. I pushed that back, and I was still trying to work on doing that like in late summer because I thought that like maybe we'd be out of it. Like as things reopened in the summer, I got nervous, a little bit paranoid, and just tried to stay to myself more. I actually started playing video games a lot more too. Something to keep my mind busy and not be thinking or dwelling on everything.
The studio that I work for, which is Music in Motion, was really fast when it came to the technology and using the virtual.
Right, left, around.
Opening that door for Zoom, and then also record us to be able to post the tutorials on YouTube. I love to interact. I love to yell as a supportive way with my students and to hear feedback from them to let me know on the things that they want to hear. So it was really weird for me to be able to teach to a computer. The energy is totally different. I didn't like it. I'm gonna be really honest.
I wanted to photograph my family and what was going on in my life, but it was really boring. Like my kids were just Zooming and my youngest is 10. So it wasn't a lot. Like I knew I needed something on a more regular basis so I wasn't insanely depressed. The self-portrait project started with me doing really quirky, funny iPhone self-portraits. And every day, at some point in the day, I would make sure that I made a picture. For me, it wasn't about making great images, it was about the process. And making it this like matter of fact, I think helped me mentally.
We all heard about the PPE shortage and the mask shortage. And I have experienced 3D printing, like the frames of my paintings are made with 3D printers. So I think I asked my chair, Professor Utenbach of the art department at ODU, if I could bring the 3D printer home so I could start kind of manufacturing mask parts. And that was to me more satisfying than my paintings at that moment.
One of the places that I love most is the Narrow. I was introduced to all my favorite movies at that cinema. The theater had to close, so I created a Narrow poster for them, and I signed over everything, all the rights to it, and they were able to sell it, and anything that they collected per poster was theirs to keep to help them out there. I also did Drive for a Cause, where I was actually delivering food for Panera and donated 100% of my gratuities to help the Narrow.
We found that there were people interested in sponsoring and helping the possibility of an online doodle day. And there is a National Doodling Day in May, so we chose that day. What started as like a handful of artists, but it ended up being artists and musicians, with Chrysler Museum helping share the live feeds on their Facebook, which had a huge following. And like watching people doodle for a half an hour or 45 minutes There's a very Zen meditative aspect to it when it's really flowing. And it brought people together, and that was amazing.
With COVID, there were so many unknowns. And I think there still are so many unknowns. I was like, I had to reinvent routines in my life and discipline within my creativity. And I was photographing myself in really vulnerable ways where I wasn't wearing makeup and I was crying. And I had so many of my friends being like, Angela, are you okay? These images are really dark and really weird. And I'm like, maybe I'm not okay. But photographing them and showing you guys and my Facebook friends, it kind of gave me like the screw-its. It's like, you know what, this is who I am. And I think by showing it to the world helped me accept that I'm getting older and it's okay to be sad, which I never felt like was okay for a long time.
Recently, I have gained some of the motivation back. I think I hit a wall on the video games. I've been drawing a little bit, shooting a little bit, just try not to force it. When I feel motivated, I'll try to draw as much as I can before I get frustrated. Then put the pad down or put the mouse down.
I had a lot of quiet time, which was needed. I had a time to be able to get to know my family and friends, which helped me to reflect on who I was and have better art to create.
I would sum up this whole year as insightful. I think with everything going on, it's made a lot of people have to sit with themselves. They probably haven't had time to sit with themselves before.
Where at first you might not expect any positivity to come out of a situation, I'm finding silver linings to things.
And so while COVID sucks, it's awful and I still hate it now, I'm really thankful for what it gave me.